Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Sheru Classic India Pro Bikini results. I love this top 5. Some absolutely gorgeous athletes, beautiful suits, beautiful girls. So cool. And I've got one more recap coming your way from the weekend, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, last year's top 3 are automatically qualified, and then the winner of each contest held within the qualification period gets to go to Olympia. So nothing for 2nd through 5th. It is only the winner that walks away with that golden ticket. So checking out the scorecard. In 1st place, Jill. 2nd, Elizaveta. 3rd, Rukia. 4th, Laura. And 5th, Dunayevskaya. And when you look at the points, you can see that it was consistent between the prejudging and the finals. So, excuse me. Starting with Dunayevskaya in 5th place, I love everything. I love her hair. I love the color of her suit. I don't think I've ever seen that color on a pro before. It's like the perfect, most beautiful, minty, light, soft, delicate turquoise. Honestly, it's gorgeous. I love it. She looks beautiful. She's got great presence, great style. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving the roundness and the fullness in her glute, and she's got some really good definition coming through in the side of her glute. You really see that groove in her hip. I think she's got some nice detail coming through on the back quad as well. I do think that she could have a little bit more of that ab definition. You see it a bit better on some of the other competitors, although she has a very nice small waist and very flat stomach. And in terms of balance, I do feel like she could have even more size to her shoulders just to really perfectly match the glutes. But still, overall, I think she's stunningly beautiful, and she was a brand new pro. This was her pro debut, and I think that's amazing. So a very awesome 5th place. Okay, next and 4th is Laura, and I love the color of her suit as well. It's a deep forest green. It looks so luxurious and rich. And then with her dark hair, she just looks glamorous. I think she's got a beautiful tan. She has nice makeup. She's got good posing. I like how she's got her hand close to her belly button. I like that her feet are a really nice distance apart. You get a good look at her hamstrings. She's got some nice size in her legs. Beautiful size to the glute. I think she could have a bit more roundness on the top part of the glute right here. And I think conditioning wise, she could definitely have more. She could have a bit deeper of a groove in the side of the hip. I think the quad could have a little bit more outline. The back leg could have a little bit more lines coming through, a little bit more ab definition. Although I do think her shoulders look perfect. She has just the right amount of outline of the delts, and she has a really nice round shape and fullness there as well. So she's looking spectacular. I just think a little bit more of that sharpness in the lines, and she would have been a real killer. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, next is Rukia in 3rd place. Now, she definitely does have some crazy good conditioning. A lot of very easy to see definition, the groove in her hip, the line coming down, outlining her quad. Her calves look really great. She's got some detail in the back leg. Clearly, you've got the 6-pack. You've got super sharp obliques. It looks absolutely amazing. I think you really notice that nice hourglass shape on her. She's got some good fullness to the top of her glute, though I'm not crazy about the way that she's holding her arm here. I think we're losing some of that beautiful shape of her shoulder. Just a little bit more of the roundness coming through would be really fantastic. So whether that's just holding the arm a little bit differently or pulling this shoulder a little bit more back, really twisting more forward. But I think the way that she's posing is really great and flattering to her midsection. Shows off a lot of that detail and just how small her waist is. I'm not loving how her hand is kind of covering the belly button. I don't know if that's purposeful, but certainly it doesn't need to be that close to the front. She could definitely get away with having it further back. The other thing in terms of her size, like I said, she's got beautiful conditioning, but I do think compared to some of the other girls, she could definitely have a little bit more size in her legs. Bit more of that hamstring, a little bit more muscle in the top of her legs in the quad sweep, and she'd also be doing really fantastic. All right, next is Elizaveta in second place, gorgeous in this stunning purple suit. I love her very silky smooth long hair. It's really pretty. Clearly you can see she's got gorgeous makeup as well. I know that it's not as crisp of a photo. It's a little bit more zoomed in, but you can still see she's got an amazing shape. Her hourglass is really prominent, beautiful lats, perfect shoulders. They're round, they're full, they're large, they're well-defined, they're lean. I love it. Her delts are beautiful. Great shape and size to her glutes as well. And then she's got a lot of size in the legs to match. So I'm really seeing a lot of really good balance. Balance from the leg to the glute, balance from lower body to upper body. Conditioning is fabulous. You've got that detail down by the kneecap, a little bit of lines coming through in the back leg. Her abs look amazing. You've got some of the six-pack showing. The obliques look really chiseled, and her waist is teeny tiny. So she just really nailed everything from top to bottom, and I love her style. I love her the straight hair. She's just beautiful. I think she did a really great job. She won the show last year, so I'm sure second place was unexpected, but she did do a really great job. All right, and now in first place is Jill, who looks so pretty. She looks just that bright blue turquoise is popping so well against the backdrop, against her skin tone with the color of her hair. It's a beautiful suit choice. Her legs look incredible. I don't think anybody really quite has that same amount of size, the shape in the quad sweep, that perfect amount of definition where you're getting a little bit of lines by the kneecap, by the hip, down the sides of the leg, that really good groove in the hip to show off the glute. She just has really good lines with that amazing size. Great calves. And then a teeny tiny, absolutely paper thin waist. What a shape on this physique. Her hourglass is very visible. Beautiful upper body as well. She's got some nice detail coming through in the delts. I think she looks stunning. The suit color, of course, is beautiful, but overall, her whole physique looks amazing. Okay, so here's everyone side by side, and I do think you notice the legs on Jill. You notice the size of her hamstrings, that beautiful sweep to her quad. I think, for example, Laura has some great size as well, but she doesn't quite have the same amount of detail and hardness that you see with Jill. She has both the size and the conditioning. When you look over at Rukia in third place, gorgeous lines, great conditioning, but not quite that same curviness in the sweep, not the same amount of size. I think Elizaveta looks beautiful, of course, but I'm seeing a little bit more width to Jill, and I think her hourglass is just shining through a little bit more clearly. And somehow when I look at the differences in the posing across the whole lineup, our fifth place winner to me looks a little bit more upright, like standing straight up and down, whereas the other girls have a little bit more tilt. There's a bit more of a angle of where the belly button is pointing, whereas she's just a little bit more straight. I don't know if you see that. If you agree with me, comment below. I still think she's doing a great job of showing off that amazing size in the glute, but definitely she could have a bit more size in the upper body just to have an even better balance. And now from behind, absolutely beautiful. Everyone looks amazing. With Jill, I really noticed the size and the curvature of her inner leg. I think she's got great sweeps to the quad on the outsides, but she has a really good balance from the outside to the inside of the leg. And then she also has really good conditioning, so you see the lines coming down the hamstring just slightly, and you have some nice sharpness in the tie-ins. While still having a lot of fullness in that width of her glutes. And then you see her small waist and a really nice wide spread to the delts, right? She's got that great triangular shape. I think Laura could have had a little bit more sharpness in the lines of her tie-ins. You got a nice outline here of her adductors, but you're not quite seeing that triangular peaking shape. Elizaveta, I think, has great sweeps, but she could have even more size to the inside of her legs when you look at her compared to Jill. Rukia, beautiful glutes, a lot of definition coming through, but she also could have more size. But she could have more size both on the inside and the outside of her legs. And then our fifth place winner, I think she's got great size, great curves, beautiful size in her glutes as well. You're kind of not quite seeing them outlined as easily as you're seeing with Jill's, like that really clear curve. I think she's got some great size, but the tie-ins could have been even more crisp, easy to see. But that's about it. Like, I think she looks really good. Her lower body is super impressive. Maybe just a little bit more of that roundness on the delts, as I've mentioned before, just to really create that hourglass shape. But overall, fantastic. And of course, in terms of Olympia, Jill is now qualified. And I've got 2 more shows coming up in the next couple of weeks, international shows. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.